Good morning, everyone. This is the demo class for UPSC CSAT preparation. In the demo class, we will be focusing on specific topics which are repeated every year, and these topics will form the basis of our 10 days and 20-day course. So now let's get started. Okay, so basically CSAT, you all know it is basically categorized or broadly categorized into reading comprehension, logical reasoning, quant, DI, and decision making. Okay, so now let us see the past pattern of UPSC. How many marks have been allocated for these specific topics? Okay, so here is the pattern of UPSC CSAT. Okay, and let's first see decision making. Okay, so decision making is this yellow one. Okay, so as you can see here, decision making was asked in 2011, 2012, and 2013. Okay, but after that, for many consecutive years, decision making topic has not been there. Okay, so it is not something that you can rely on. Okay, so this we will avoid. Okay, now let's check the next one, that is DI. Okay, so here also DI is represented by this blue one. Okay, so here DI is, if you go through DI, you will understand that it is highly unreliable. Okay, so if you see in 14, there were some questions. In 15, the number of questions was even reduced. And then no questions of DI was asked in 2016, 2017, and 2019. Okay, in 2018, yes, some 14 questions were asked on DI. Okay, but other than that, in 16, 17, 19, and even in 2020, there were no questions on DI. Okay, so here also this is highly unreliable topic. Okay, and then now we come to the three main topics which will be the most important topics for you. Okay, that is reading comprehension, max and basic numeracy, that is quant, and then logical reasoning. Okay, out of this, the reading comprehension, if you go through this past papers, you will notice that it is 25 to 30 questions have been asked from reading comprehension. Okay, and even logical reasoning has been very consistent. It is somewhere in the range of 15 to 22 questions. Okay, and maths and basic numeracy, it is somewhere in the range of generally 20 to 30. Okay, so now I'll tell you what is the major mistake committed by students while preparing for UPSC CSAT. Okay, so the major mistake is generally students avoid this topic, that is max and basic numeracy. They avoid, they go with the intent that they'll clear the UPSC CSAT just by solving the reading comprehension and logical reasoning topic. Okay, this may be good, this is fine when max and basic numeracy is limited to 30 questions. Okay, but as you can see in the 2020 UPSC CSAT paper, the quant portion of it has increased substantially. Okay, so in 2020 paper, it was near about 41 questions was asked from max and basic numeracy. Okay, so here then lies the problem, that is if you just read or if you just prepare or rely on these two topics, that is logical and reading comprehension, it would be a substantial problem for you in the paper. Okay, so you should be able to solve some max and basic numeracy questions also. Okay, that is some 10 to 15 questions you should be able to solve. Okay, so we'll go in depth for each one of them. Okay, so now for start, let's start with the reading comprehension. Okay, so now as we see in the reading comprehension of UPSC, there are certain keywords, okay, which are repeated throughout the paper. Okay, and that is what makes the UPSC reading comprehension different from other competitive exams, right? So the certain keywords are what? That is inference, conclusion, corollary. The passage seems to imply that, assumptions. Okay, so here there is a fine line of difference between these keywords. Okay, And what happens is you should know those differences to arrive at the correct answer. Generally, what students make mistake is they choose an option which is actually conclusion, but the question is asking for inference. Okay, so there is fine difference. You should know the difference between these keywords. All right. Now, throughout the course, we will be practicing passages, especially editorials of special newspapers of the Hindi newspaper, the Indian Express. Okay, with special focus on topics like environment, education, health, government policies, social reforms, social sector, or passages related to technology. Right. So, as these are the core areas from where UPSC generally asks reading comprehension passages or gives, है ना? We will also go through past year UPSC papers to gauge the intent of the examiner. Okay, and we will be doing substantial amount. Okay, so we will be doing more than, I think, 50 passages. Okay, more than 50 passages we will be doing in this section in the course, in our course. Okay, now coming to the next one, that is logical reasoning. So in logical reasoning, you should focus only on these topics. Okay, there are a lot many more topics in logical reasoning, but you should be focusing on these topics, as these are the topics from where repeatedly questions are asked. Okay, so please go through this one. Okay, and if you just go through these topics thoroughly, you will be able to do more than 10 to 12 questions. You will be able to do it easily. Okay, let me say, for example, direction sense test, right? So a definite question has been asked every year in UPSC. This is the most easy question, okay, that you can get, direction sense test. And every year has, if you want to re-verify, you can just go through previous UPSC papers and you will see this. Okay, every year one question from direction sense test has been asked in UPSC. Okay, so we will practice these kind of questions. Okay, similarly, from semantic series, symbol change, alphanumeric, and coding decoding, every year from these topics, 3 to 4 questions are definitely asked. Okay, so when you know some from certain topics, the question is definitely asked, you should prepare those topics much more thoroughly. Okay, so we will be covering these topics. You can pause the video and you can go through these topics. Okay, every year some questions, है ना? And you will be able to, in the end of the course, you will be able to do 10 to 12 questions thoroughly. Okay, and mark it accurately. Okay, so that would be our focus in the logical reasoning part. Okay, now coming to the next one, that is the most haunted one, most dreaded topic, that is the quant portion. Okay, and lot of students do not prepare this quant portion thoroughly. Okay, all I am saying is in our course we will be focusing on these 6 priority areas. You need to focus only on these 6 priority areas, nothing else. Okay, that is number system, ratio and proportion, HCF, LCM, averages, age related problems, and percentages. Okay, and they form more than 50% of your quant questions that are asked in UPSC CSAT. Okay, only by doing these 6 topics you will be able to score more than 15. You will be able to get more than 15 questions accurate. Okay, for example, in the last year, that is the 2020 UPSC CSAT, if you just go through it, from the averages topic alone, there were 4 questions asked. Okay, and in number system, it was 7. Okay, so you should get this. Okay, that you should prepare, and that is why they have been given us priority areas. This would be our focus. Okay, and if time permits and if you want more, we will be discussing these topics also. And these topics are just so that you can do some basic questions. Okay, for example, simple compound interest, है ना? From here some basic questions are asked. Okay, discount rate, है ना? Profit and loss. So from here some certain topics are asked, some basic questions are asked. So those basic questions you should be able to solve. Okay, but the focus would be on these priority areas, that is number system, ratio, HCF LCM, averages, age related problem, and percentages. Okay, now last but not the least, that is DI also. So if we are lucky, we might get some questions on DI, and it would be beneficial if you practice some questions on DI also. So we will be practicing some line graph, bar chart, histograms, pie chart, and tables, how to analyze those charts and how to arrive at the correct answer. Okay, we'll be practicing some questions on DI also. Okay, now let's go to the crash course schedule, which is basically, it is a 10-day program. Okay, and it would start on 20th January. Okay, it would start on 20th January, and it would be a continuous program because it is a 10-day program. It is a small program, so we will start by 20th January and we will wind it up by 29th January. Okay, so that your CSAT preparation is done. Now you can focus on your GS. All right, so here you can just pause the video and you can see the topics are the same. I have just bifurcated in days. Okay, so you can see in day one we will be covering these topics. So reading comprehension I will be covering in 2 days, logical reasoning I will be covering in 4 days, quant I will be covering in 3 days, and DI. Okay, so this crash course is for those students who have some basic knowledge of CSAT. Okay, they have prepared some in the past, somewhere in the past. If they have prepared, they can go for this crash course. Okay, now if any student feels that he needs a detailed CSAT course, okay, and that is covering each topic extensively, we have also scheduled a 20-day course for you. That is the comprehensive schedule we have created for you, and we will be covering topic wise. We will be covering each topic extensively. Okay, and especially the quant section, which is the weak area for most of the students. Okay, so you can see in the quant section, number system, which is very important, would be covered in 1 day. Okay, in the crash course it was number system and ratio proportion combined together, but in the quant of the 20-day schedule, it would be number system would be covered in 1 day, ratio would be on second day. So for a substantial portion has been allocated for the quant section itself. Okay, and we will be practicing lot more questions here in the 20-day schedule. Okay, and we will be starting from the basics and then we will go to the advanced. Okay, so this you need to see. Just pause the video and you can see the schedule. Okay, now why this program? Simply because so as to not waste your 2 years. Okay, 2 years. How? 1 year of your preparation plus if you do not clear CSAT, the next 1 year that you will wait for the next attempt, that also is a wasted period. Okay, so CSAT program, I know it is just to pass. Okay, you just need 33%, but believe me, lot many students did not clear UPSC CSAT 2020 because they took CSAT very lightly. Okay, lot of students, they were bright students, but they could not clear the cutoff. Okay, so then your GS paper one is not even checked. If you do not clear CSAT, it does not matter if you get 120 in your prelims, you get 130 in your prelims. Okay, it does not matter, your paper will not be evaluated. Okay, so why this program? So as to not waste your 2 years. Okay, it is very important. Okay, the next is we would be focusing only on the specific areas from where UPSC is asking questions. We will not go and deal with topics which are not asked in UPSC. That will not be beneficial for the students. Okay, so we will only go for those topics which will have a high reward ratio for students. Okay, and we will learn and refine your solving ability. And in this program we will also be including 5 full-length tests which would be conducted online after the program is over, and you can evaluate your preparation, your CSAT preparation by giving these 5 full length tests. Okay. Now coming to the promotion part, that is the course fees of this. So the crash course, that is the 10-day crash course, is basically the course fees is 3,000 rupees. Okay. And for the 20 days comprehensive program, it is 5,000 rupees. Okay. If you are interested in the program, you can directly take a screenshot of this. You can go through the website, okay, L2A.in, and you can pay online. Okay. And if otherwise, you can also do a NEFT transfer. Please take a screenshot of this if you are interested in the program. Okay. And after you have made the payment, take screenshot the send the payment screenshot along with your name and details to info@l2a.in. Okay. And then we will give you the login credentials for the class. Okay. For any queries, you can contact this number, that is 93400 47021. This is my personal contact number, and any clarification or any doubt you have, I'll be more than happy to clarify it to you. Okay. And this is the office number. After you have made the payment, just call the office number and they'll give you the login credentials. Fine. The classes will be conducted online. Okay. All right. Now that's all. Thank you. Okay. That's all for the demo class. I hope to see you all in the class. Till then, good luck for your prelims preparation and be safe. Bye bye for now and be safe. Okay.